Hi friends, today we're talking about neckbands. I'm actually going to be attaching a neckband today and show you just exactly what I do to create a perfect attached neckband every single time. Last video we talked about how to measure for a neckband, so if you're wondering how can I redo my neckband or how can I measure if I don't have a pattern piece, if I'm making my own dress and I want to know how do I measure for a neckband, we did that on my last video, so make sure you check it out. And we also did a video on how to finish up this whole dress. This is a free pattern, easy, simple, and super quick. So check that out as well. But anyway, let's work on this neckband and I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is not really a necessary step, but it makes things a whole lot easier when it comes to attaching your neckband. I'm gonna grab my neckband. This is the wrong side up, and I'm gonna fold it wrong sides together down the middle, hot dog style. The reason why I like to do this, and I'm going to give them a press with my iron to create a memory crease. The reason why I like to do this is because some fabrics can be a little stubborn, and when you go to attach them, they can see how it like rolls. So giving it a memory stem, oh my goodness, a memory fold helps to keep it a little bit more even. You can also add some starch to the fabric to help that rolling if you're having a hard time with that. I'm not going to be adding that today, but that's another thing you can do. Once you have that memory fold, you're going to open it back up and you're going to fold it right sides together at the short raw edge. I'm going to go sew this together. You can use any stretch stitch. I'm going to use my serger, but you can use a zigzag stitch, triple stitch, anything like that on your sewing machine if you don't have a serger. All right, my neckband has been sewn, and you can get rid of these tails because they're going to be sewn over when I sew them on my neckband on. So you can go ahead and just snip them right off. I've got my dress here, my neckline, and I've got my neckband. So what I'm going to do next is to quarter your neckband and your neck of your dress. With the neckband, we're going to fold it right over that memory crease we created earlier. We're going to fold it wrong sides together. I'm going to clip here on the back. And once it's folded, I want to find my quarters by going to the front. So from the back to the front, I like to use my little snips and just cut out a little piece right here. This piece is not too big, so it will get cut off when I'm sewing it on. It's less than my seam allowance, but it will help me match it up to my dress when I move my pins or my clips and I'm sewing. It's just easier to tell, or if a pin or a clip comes undone, I'm like, oh my goodness, where did it go? I will know because it's right there. And this has been a lifesaver for me to be able to make really great neckbands. Then I'm gonna match the front and the back and go to the sides. All right, so here's one side and then the other side. And then I'm gonna put that aside and work on my bodice. Now, the one thing that you need to remember is that your shoulders are not your half point. As you see, the front is lower and the back is higher. So if we use our shoulders as our half point, the back will have a ton of extra fabric and the front will be stretched way too tight and it will not fit correctly. So what you need to do is find your correct points. You're gonna match up your shoulder seams and go to the back, and that will be your back point. And again, I'm going to snip that so that I can see it easier and it'll stay there. And I'm gonna go shoulders again, and I'm gonna go to the front. And that's my front and my back point. Next, I'm going to match up my front and back point together, and I'm gonna go to the sides. As you can see on this particular dress, because it's a scoop neck, I'm about an inch away from the shoulder seam. So that's an inch here and an inch on the other side, which is 2 inches. That's a lot to be, you know, too stretched out or too much gathering. So this is a big thing right here, making sure you quarter correctly. So now that you've quartered correctly, we're gonna grab our neckband and we're gonna match it right sides together. I want that band, the seam right here on the back, to be on the back. So make sure that's on the higher part of the back. Well, unless your dress goes higher on the front. But whatever the back is, that's where you're going to attach that. And we're going to grab our front and place it right over. whatever the right side of the fabric is, like if this is the right side of your neckband, that is going to attach to the right side of your dress. So we're gonna match it right sides together along the raw edge. And that was a little bit confusing to me when I first started doing neckbands, right sides together. I was like, what? That makes no sense. Because what's gonna happen once this is attached is that this neckband will flip up and you'll be able to see this right side like this. So that's why. And then I'm gonna match it on the other side. And now I'm going to go sew it. I'm gonna be using a serger, but any kind of stretch stitch on your sewing machine will be just fine. I'm gonna show you exactly what I do to sew my neckband on. All right, let's sew up that neckband. We're going to start with the back seam. Here is the back. That's where I like to start. And I always like my neckband to face up, because I want to be able to see how much I'm going to eat. You see how, even though I removed the pin, I already know, the clip, I'm sorry, I already know where my mark is because I have that little notch there that helps me. So I'm gonna place that there, lift up my foot and feed it right into my serger. Put the foot down, put my needle down so it clamps onto my fabric. I'm gonna grab that first quarter point here where I'm going to go first, and I'm going to line up my fabric right sides together. See how I'm just gonna flush out that edge so that they're nice and even. I like to use my middle finger and my index to hold it together so that the neckband is nice and there, and then I use my other two fingers to grab it here at the other end, and then with my hand I'm going to move around my fabric so to be able to to see that it goes through correctly. So here we go. I'm gonna stop here at the first quarter point and remove my little clip and go to the next quarter point and realize that you can barely see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna tilt you down a little bit so you can see it better. All right, so here's my quarter point. And this is exactly what I did on the other part. Grab that fabric, match it right sides together, clamp it down so it's nice and straight and it doesn't come undone. Make sure that they're all together. Take your time with the neckbands. I like to take my time so they look nice. And then I'm gonna go all the way down. Remember what kind of seam allowance you have, because that's how much you wanna take off as you're sewing it on. All right, next quarter point, do the same, and we'll do the same all the way to the last quarter point. All right, friends, we are finished. And one really important part of getting the really nice neckband, look at how nice and even that looks, it's to give it a good steam. You want that seam allowance to go towards the bodice, and a good steam makes sure that the thread of the fabric will kind of shrink back in and give you that nice neat look. Now you can go on top stitch it down if you'd like. What I'm going to do is on a next video I'm going to show you how to cover up this back seam and top stitch all the way around your neckline. So if you want to do that, go ahead and check that video out. As of right now, with this tail right here, honestly, for my personal sews, I don't even worry about it. I just cut it and I'm fine. I never have an issue with it. But if you are worried about it, you can grab it, tuck it right along the seam allowance, and do a zigzag stitch right there to kind of catch it so it doesn't come out anymore, and then trim the rest. Or you can use a tapestry needle and weave it through. I'm gonna go ahead and just zigzag stitch that on right there, and then we'll be done with this neckline. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope this made it a little bit easier for you when you're working on a neckline. Check out my other videos if you have any more questions, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See you next time.